Here we go then into the tram lines. Are we going? The answer to that is yes. We do get that green light. We are away and racing. Good start then, this time from Bobajov. He doesn't fall back too far. He's right there on the outside, and can he hold on to third place? The answer to that is he squeezes his way through, and yes, he does. He just stops Blažej Kostreva going through, but Kostreva goes through anyway and gets up into P4. Everyone gets through turn 3. No, they don't. I've spoke too soon. There's carts off at turn 1, and there's carts off at turn number 3 as well. I'll try and let you know who they are. I think Jan Gazielik, Michael Vino, Lena Salamanca is involved. The two drivers at turn number 1, I think, was Koda Singh and Oscar Shilo. They've got going again. There you can see, oh, and that's heavy damage to one of the carts and out of the race as well. So big shame then for a handful of drivers. But the rest of the grid has still gotten away. But this time around, Bruno Priam has got company. Bobajov right there, right behind, trying to close in. And it is Capella there in third place, who's had another good start to his race. He's there in P3. Here's a change for the lead down the inside. It's Bobajov into P1. Capella goes through as well. And now Bruno Priam is in a little bit of hot water here. Into third place. He doesn't want to finish any lower than this, because now that puts Bobajov up, leading the IC, the intermediate classification, with 94 points ahead of 91 from Bruno Priam. Any lower than this, and Bruno just goes further and further and further down in the intermediate classifications. He needs to finish second or higher to be on pole position for the final and get those 25 championship points. And right now, it is not going his way. Bobajov leads, Capella, Bruno, then it's Palacio, Peruzzi, Kostreva, Tam, Felagoni, Zucchetto, Venot, then it's Henuk in 11th place at the moment. Min Jae Kim in 12th place has gained 2 places. No change just yet between these top drivers. Big hit of the curb there for Capella. That might limit his top speed going into this turn 1, but there is going to be no change. Here's a change though. Down the inside, Albert Tam getting past Blažej Kostreva and moves up into P6 now. Nice move there from Tam, who is looking to really close in here. Tam, who's second in the championship only by 10 points. Remember, needs to try and beat here Bruno Priam. You can see it's all kicking off in the background there. I think Tam's just taken another place there. I think he's up into P5 now. He is. He's got past Peruzzi. So Peruzzi down to P6 at this point of the race. Oh, the Constantina effect kicking in here. Bobajov is not able to drop the pack here. Capella still there. Bruno, Palacio, the top 4. Still very close. But Albert Tam has joined that now. There's a look at the live intermediate classifications. Bobajov leads it then, with him leading the way. 94 points ahead of Bruno, who's there in third place, who is down to 91 points. He needs to maintain this one. And, well, okay, so Bobajov's starting to go defensive here now. Capella tells him, don't do that. Don't go defensive, because look at the train that we have got behind us here. That is first place all the way down to P11. You can see there on your screen, superb racing right now. But all the way throughout this one, Bobajov only gaining the 1 place, and now down the inside, Bruno goes through, and I think Albert Tam has just been passed as well. I think Palacio has got back through as well. He has. So it's all kicking off here. Further down now, can Bruno go for the race lead? That is the ultimate question. Does he do it straight away? Or again, does he wait for that last lap? Gardjelek, unfortunately, has just picked up a warning flag. That comes with a 5-second in-race time penalty. The 830 will not like that one, as he currently sits a little further down in the order. Drivers making their way back across the start-finish line. And again, it's still Bobajov who leads from Bruno, Capella, Palacio, Tam, Peruzzi, Kostreva, Felagoni, Zucchetto, Oscar Henuk, who is down a little bit in the positions, but still in that top 10. Still has a chance here of getting a good result with the field so condensed up here. Top 3 now with a slight breakaway. And for Capella, this is exactly what he needs here. Bobajov actually breaking away a little bit here from Bruno Priam, as there's been drama in the infield section there. I can just see yellow flags off in the background. And everyone getting underway again from the incident, but still a very tough situation for the top three right here, because Bobrov is in two minds. Does he stick to his normal racing line, or does he go defensive? Does Bruno go for the move early and then he tries to lead this one on the last lap? That's the ultimate question. I mean, we've not seen this sort of situation yet. It's always been Bruno leading from Bobrov. So we'll have to see how this unfolds, and we are going to see it unfold like this. Bruno Priam to the inside, and there's wheel-to-wheel contact between Capella and Bobrov goes down now into P4. Through goes Palacio. Palacio gets into P2. Capella down to third. Bobrov in P4 as he tries to recover back now, and that's released Bruno Priam. That is probably the most well-timed overtake for the race lead. As he just gets a huge advantage now, half a second. Juan Garciase sees a warning flag. That comes with a 5-second time penalty. He will not like that one. He's out of the race as well, so it's not gone his way as well in this one. Bruno, though, who leads the way, half a second clear from Palacio. Capella there, who's closing in. Bobrov, who's now recovering back, has got Albert Tam just behind in P5 as they go through the chicane. We go on to lap number 6 and the final lap of this race. Let's see what happens then as they make their way through turn number 1. Well, Bruno Priam doesn't need to defend here. He's looking for maximum points, and he's looking for those 25 championship points now. I don't think Palacio is going to have enough here to close in unless Capella really pushes him down these straights. But the gap is still 0.3 of a second, and he knows, because it's the final lap, if he closes in, he's got to attack immediately. He will have to attack immediately if he closes in. Down this infield straight, this is another chance to really close in. You can see how much he has closed in now as well. Tam there is under pressure from Peruzzi just behind, but still no change between those two drivers as they go onto the back straight here. Into turn number 15, checking over the shoulder goes Bruno Priam. He's clear, but he's not facing too much danger yet, but Palacio could send it to the inside here. He's going to go to the outside. Defensive will go Bruno Priam. He will have the power. He will have the waft out of the corner, and it's 25 championship points that go towards Bruno Priam here in Valencia. That is another perfect round of qualifying heat for the Belgian. He starts on pole for that final later on today, but certainly after what we've seen in that qualifying heat, it is not going to be plain sailing for that young man. Bruno Priam, 100 intermediate classification points, gets converted into a pole position start for the final, and 25 championship points. Palacio will start second in the final later on today. He will collect the 22 championship points that you get for second place, and so on down the order. Bobrov then will start third, and that's not the end of the world. Second row on the inside line, that might help him out in that final. Bruno Priam takes the win ahead of Lucas Palacio and Vicente Capella in third place. Superb drive then from the Mini 60s. A calm and collected start to that race with the drivers getting formed up very, very early. But let's take you through the full results in that one. Bobrov finishing in P4 ahead of Albert Tam. 5 places gained for Tam. Peruzzi, finishing in P6 ahead of Felagoni. Zucchetto finishing in 8th place. 4 places gained from Antoine Vernet. Kostreva rounding out the top 10. Oscar Hennock finishing in 11th place from Werner Guth. Ava Lawrence finishing in 13th place. Not gaining any positions, but not losing any either. We'll have the close company of Sophie Guth, who finished in P14 after gaining 4 positions. Min Jae Kim from Derek Rivera, who gained 10 places in that race, finishes in P16 ahead of Maddox Mason, Aaron Mason, then Theodore Constantinou, who gained 8 places, Ellis Boulier from Sertin-Kilis, Oscar Singh from Salamanca, Shilo from Singh, Nogelic, and then the 2 retirements, Juan Garciase and Michael Vino, unfortunately both out of the race. There, though, your race winner and your pole sitter for the final, Bruno Priam, and now your championship leader by some way. Let's have a look at the highlights from that one. The race getting underway. It was a much better start for the outside of the front row. Bobrzyszov there not dropping down to P6, slotting in and holding on to P3 right round the outside there at the opening stage of that race. It allowed Bruno Priam to just break away, have that little breathing space at the start, and always vital to get that one, and certainly worked out very well for him. Blažej Kostreva getting the moves done there in the early stages, moving up into P4, would have to fight and hold on to that one, but unfortunately it didn't go fully his way. He did drop back a little bit from that position, dropping down to P10. This was the first change of the lead down the inside. Bobrzyszov getting the move done. Capella would go through as well. And that was the first chink in the armory for Bruno Priam. The first worry that he might struggle in that final, if he's already struggling here in this one, but he would certainly fight back. Tam down the inside would get up into P5 in the early stages, then up into P4. At the same time, we saw a change for P2 as well. Bruno Priam getting past Vincente Capella and getting up into that second place spot. That released Bobrzyszov for a little bit, but the two behind able to close back in. You can see here Tam still getting piled under pressure from Achilles Peruzzi, who was fighting back at the end of that race. On to lap 6, and there was the second change of the lead. Bruno Priam getting back past. Capella would go through as well, but the door was slowly closing there, and wheel-to-wheel contact pushed Bobrzyszov down a couple of positions. Then down the inside, nice advantage there for Lucas Palacio getting up into P2, but it wouldn't be enough, and across the line, Bruno Priam would take his second win of the day